Is this reality we are living in actually real, or is it a projection based on what we believe is possible? And if so, who taught us what to believe was possible?
That's such a profound question. A lot of spiritual and philosophical perspectives suggest that reality is, in many ways, a projection of our beliefs and perceptions. What we believe is possible tends to shape what we experience and how we interpret the world around us. And in terms of who taught us those beliefs, it often starts with our families, our cultures, societal norms, and the collective consciousness that we're all a part of. So, in a sense, reality is both a shared creation and a deeply personal experience shaped by our inner beliefs.
Are we actually living in a matrix, a simulated world, or are we just trapped inside our own programmed minds? Is it external control or internal limitation?
That's such a fascinating question, and it really invites us to explore both perspectives. Some philosophies and even modern theories suggest that we might be living in a kind of matrix where reality is like a simulation or a projection. On the other hand, a lot of spiritual teachings emphasize that what truly limits us is internal, our own program beliefs and perceptions. It could be a blend of both. External influences and societal conditioning, as well as our own internal limitations, shape the reality we experience. Ultimately, the journey of awareness helps us see beyond those limitations and understand the true nature of our reality.
Why do I keep seeing the same patterns, same people, same emotional loops, even when I try to change? Is this because I'm in a simulation or because my subconscious hasn't been reprogrammed?
It's a really common experience to notice those repeating patterns, and often it's a sign that there's something in our subconscious that still needs attention or healing. It's less about being stuck in a simulation and more about the subconscious mind seeking resolution. Our subconscious tends to recreate familiar scenarios, not to trap us, but to give us opportunities to heal and grow. So when you see those patterns, it's usually an invitation to look inward, shift those beliefs, and reprogram the subconscious so that you can create new, more empowering experiences.
If trauma creates beliefs and beliefs create perception, then isn't the world I see just a trauma generated illusion?
In a way, you're kind of right. I mean, our perceptions are definitely shaped by our experiences, especially those that leave a deep emotional imprint. Trauma can create certain filters through which we see the world, and those filters can sometimes distort reality and make it feel like an illusion that's shaped by those past experiences. But the beautiful thing is that once we become aware of those filters and start healing that trauma, we can actually shift our beliefs and in turn shift our perception of reality. So it's not so much that the world is purely an illusion, but rather that our interpretation of it can be transformed as we heal and grow.
How much of what I think is real is just a reflection of what I fear, or what I refuse to let go of?
A significant part of our reality is often shaped by our inner world, our fears, our attachments, and even the things we haven't fully released. Our minds have a way of projecting those inner states onto the world around us. So sometimes what we perceive as reality can actually be a reflection of what we're holding on to internally. So the more we let go of those fears and release what no longer serves us, the clearer and more authentic our experience of reality becomes. It's like removing layers of perception to see the world more clearly and truthfully.
Can you explain how manifestation fits into the idea of the matrix? Are we the coders or the coded?
That's such an intriguing way to look at it. You could say that manifestation is like our way of interacting with the matrix. If the matrix is this reality we live in, then manifestation is like our ability to influence the code. In that sense, we are both the coders and the coded. Our beliefs, thoughts, and intentions shape the reality we experience, almost like we're writing or rewriting the code of our own lives. So, in a way, manifestation is our tool for consciously interacting with and influencing that matrix, allowing us to create and shape our reality.
Do we have free will in a matrix like world? Or are we just choosing from pre written scripts based on subconscious wounds?
That's a really thought provoking question. I think a lot of people believe it's a blend of both. On one hand, we do have free will and the ability to make conscious choices, especially as we become more aware of our subconscious patterns. On the other hand, a lot of our initial reactions and choices can be influenced by those subconscious beliefs and wounds. So it's almost like we have the power to rewrite the script once we become aware of it, stepping out of those pre written loops and making more conscious, intentional decisions. It's like gaining awareness helps us unlock more of our true free will.
If I never reprogram my beliefs, then am I really choosing anything in this life or just reacting?
That's such a powerful reflection. If we never take the time to reprogram our beliefs, it can definitely feel like we're mostly reacting to life rather than making fully conscious choices. Our subconscious patterns can drive a lot of our decisions and reactions, almost like we're on autopilot. But the good news is that by bringing awareness to those patterns and consciously choosing new beliefs, we can shift from reacting to truly choosing and creating the life we want. It's an empowering journey.
Is healing the way out of the matrix or is awareness enough?
Healing and awareness really go hand in hand. Awareness is the first step because it allows us to see those patterns and understand the ways in which we might be unconsciously reacting. But healing is where really helps us integrate that awareness and transform those patterns at a deeper level. So you kind of need both awareness to recognize and healing to shift and release. Together, they help us move beyond those limitations and create a more conscious, empowered reality.
If the world around me begins to change after I shift my vibration, then wasn't the world always just a mirror?
In many ways, yes. The world often acts like a mirror, reflecting back to us our internal state and the energy we're putting out. When we shift our vibration, our beliefs, and our mindset, we start to see changes in our external reality as well. It's like the outer world rearranges itself to match our new internal frequencies. So, in that sense, the world really does reflect what's going on inside us. And when we change internally, that mirror naturally reflects something new and